Kumar Sahni is one of the most prominent film directors of contemporary India. Kumar Sahni started his film career in early 1970s. His name in the history of Indian cinema comes with Mani Kaul, Adur Gopal Krishnan and G. Aravindan as a successful film director of new cinema movement of India. For reference, new cinema movement in India started in 1960s, late 1960s, with a manifesto published by Mrinal Sen and Arun Kaul. With these two veteran film directors, Mrinal Sen and Arun Kaul, a group of youngsters joined new cinema movement in late 1960s and early 1970s. One of them was Kumar Sahni. Kumar Sahni made his first important film Maya Darpan in 1972, and Maya Darpan became a landmark film of new Indian cinema. In Kumar Sahni's film, the influence of Ghatak and Robert Bresson was immense, but still Kumar Sahni could make his own path in making cinema. Particularly, Kumar Sahni's films were oriented to a political end, which, according to Kumar Sahni, is a process of decolonization of film form and content in Indian cinema. Kumar Sahni borrowed a style from Ritwik Ghatak, which was epic style, and from Bresson he borrowed a style of examining the subject before camera in a very interesting way. Kumar Sahni's first film, Maya Darpan, shows these trends. Maya Darpan is a film which actually tells the narrative of a young girl, Taran, who belonged to a higher middle class, wealthy family. In Kumar Sahni's filmmaking style, like his contemporary Mani Kaul, Kumar Sahni also slows down the pace of the film. The space and time exposed in Kumar Sahni's films are slowly moving one, where Kumar Sahni tries to avoid and deny the Western style of making perspective and the Western Hollywood style of continuity editing. So, Kumar Sahni from the very beginning tries to distance from the conventional style of filmmaking, and he introduces a so-called Indian aesthetics in cinema, where the films to him were never a narrative equivalent to novel, but a film to Kumar Sahni is a medium to expose the Indian societies in a epic style. The epic style of filmmaking of Kumar Sahni could be best explored if we discuss his film Khayal Gatha. Khayal Gatha is a film made in 1989, and the film actually shows the history of Khayal in Indian classical music. The origin, the evolution, the origin, the development and modernization of Khayal as a form of Indian classical music was explored and examined by Kumar Sani in this film. Kumar Sani's style, Kumar Sani's approach, and Kumar Sani's way of thinking could be best understood with this film Khayal Gatha, which is not really a narrative film in conventional sense, but a film which in every sense explores the Indian narrative tradition, Indian visual tradition and Indian music tradition. Kumar Sani made many short films and documentaries, but the number of feature-length films made by him is limited. Apart from Maya Darpan in 1984, Kumar Sani made another film, Tarang. In 1989, Khayal Gatha came into being. In 1991, Kumar Sani made one of the best parallel cinema of Indian history, which is Kasba, and in 1997, Kumar Sani made an adaptation of Rabindranath Tagore's Charodhyay. Now, Kumar Sani's Kasba is another very interesting film where Kumar Sani's political ideology is best understood. Kumar Sani, as a political being, is more interested in liberal Marxism, and he himself actually declares himself as a Marxist filmmaker. In Kasba, Kumar Sani shows a family of a Seth, a wealthy businessman, Moniram, and his two other family members, his two sons, and another member of his family who is daughter-in-law of Moniram, whose name is Tejo. Tejo is always placed in a space and time where the space, particularly the landscape, the house, the surroundings of Tejo, Kumar Sani shows that the space is indifferent, the landscape is indifferent, but in Tejo's mind, many things, many cross currents are developing in Tejo's mind. A narrative space is developed in the Haveli of Moniram, but outside the Haveli, there is another way of living. There are common people, there are poor people, there is a landscape which is indifferent, and there is a normal flow of life. So, Kumar Sani actually makes a parallel in this film between two ends. In one end, there is Maniram's family and the Haveli, and the other end, there is the surroundings, there is the other part of the society. Now, in Mani Kaul's film, Kumar Sani's films also actually investigate subjects, and we can draw parallel between the critics usually draw parallel between Mani Kaul's films and Kumar Sani's films. Both Mani Kaul and Kumar Sani actually shows the space in such a way that both the space and the subject get their autonomy and they autonomously revealed. Kumar Sani's Kasba is one of the best examples of this kind of cinema which came into being with the endeavors of new cinema movement filmmakers.
चलता हूं मैं।
बड़ी जल्दी उग गया यहाँ से। और कुछ दिन रहता तो।
नहीं माँ, वहां बहुत बहुत काम है, अधूरा छोड़ा है। पार्टनर मेरा राह देखता होगा माँ।
तेरे बाप वो अकेले पड़ जाते हैं सब कुछ करते कराते। हाथ बटाने वाला तू ही तो था।
तेजो है ना, बेटे जैसी बहू है आपके पास। और फिर मैं अपनी जीप छोड़ के जा रहा हूं माँ, आपके भाग दौड़ के काम आएगी।
कब तक ये भाग दौड़ चलती रहेगी? ग्राहकों से हमारा व्यवहार भी ठीक नहीं।
जो जिसके लेखे में हो।
Usually in Indian political cinema too, political filmmakers, the filmmakers who want to make political cinema, they usually follow a structure of strike, industry, factory, worker, which finally at the end of the day, according to Kumar Sani, is a imitation of Western cinematic model of investigating capital and its development. But in Kumar Sani's cinema, Kumar Sani emphasizes a family which is a family of a set, which is a family of a set, and sets in India, we know that develop a capital and circulates its, they become they are small producers, but yet they are a very important part of Indian capitalist system, Indian trade and capitalist system. And equally with this, with the capitalist development of where the states contribute, equally Kumar Sani emphasizes on the structure of family in Indian society, the patriarchal modes of operation, the morality, the deprivation as far as desire is concerned of the women, and everything, the morality of Indian society, its conservativeness, its way of operation, and the monetary system of the society, everything comes in a complicated way in Kasba. And Kumar Sani's film Kasba is a very interesting and introspective kind of cinema which exposes the system of Indian society with respect to capital, with respect to political economy of morality, not only the political economy of capital in a sense, but the political economy of morality and family structure were also explored by Kumar Sani in this film. Kumar Sani's another major film is Charodhyay, which he made in 1997. Charodhyay is a novel by Rabindranath Tagore, the novel which criticizes the violent movement of independence in India in colonial period. And Kumar Sani is interested in this novel because the novel is not only a narrative of two important characters, Ontu and Ella, but the novel itself is a treatise on and Tagore's opinion, Tagore's discursive opinion on Indian freedom struggle. So Kumar Sani picked up this novel, and in a very interesting way, Kumar Sani adapted Tagore's novel into a film which was made in 1997. In this film, Kumar Sani, again following his style, actually examines two important characters of the film, Ontu and Ella, who are the protagonists of the story. But Kumar Sani's camera was not interested in the development of narrative as such. But along with the narrative, Kumar Sani's camera emphasizes on the discursivity of the whole effort by Tagore, which was actually Tagore's most important opinion on Indian freedom struggle.
कर्तव्य की बेला में निर्मम होना ही होगा।
देश को या किसी और को मुझे सौंपने वाले तुम हो कौन? तुम दे सकती थी अपना ऐश्वर्य, लेकिन उसे छोड़ तुम मुझे देश दे रही हो।
एला की चाहत में ये जो लड़का आया है अदीम, उसमें पर्याप्त डायनामाइट मौजूद है।
शपथ ली थी, ब्याह करूंगी नहीं। अगर ना भी ली होती, ब्याह तब भी मुमकिन नहीं था।
अधार्मिक है तुम्हारी शपथ। भीतर के हुक्म को दल के पैरों तले कुचलने की सजा तुम्हें जरूर मिलेगी।
24 घंटे दे रहा हूँ, उसके बाद अगर तुम नजर आए तो मैं तुम्हें खुद हवालात पहुंचाऊंगा। जीते जी कभी भी यहाँ लौट के मत आना।
जिसे देशभक्त कहते हो तुम लोग, मैं वो नहीं हूँ।
एहसास है मुझे अपनी गलती का, लेकिन तब भी तोड़ूंगी कायदे। बोलो, आने से मेरे खुश तो हो।
अगर तुम्हें मार सकता तो अभी मार डालता।
मार डालो मुझे अंतु, अपने हाथों से मार डालो। इससे ज्यादा खुशकिस्मती नहीं हो सकती मेरी।
Kumar Sani takes a Bressonian style, where Bresso's style was to observe minutely the characters of the film, and Bresso's another style was that Bressonian cinema was dependent on dialogue. But apart from dialogue, Bresso's camera tries to establish a relationship between the object and the character. This very style was followed by Kumar Sani in this film, though Kumar Sani developed his own way of looking at the problem. In Charodhya, the film is primarily based on the dialogue of Ontu and Ella, where Kumar Sani tries to follow the lines of Tagore primarily. But his camera, the visuals, the way constructs the space becomes very interesting. And this is a Kumar Sani style very much to overcome the dramaturgy of the narrative, and by this style particularly creating a relationship between the objects and objective world and the character. Kumar Sani penetrates the outer shell, outer level of narrative, and finally enters in the discursivity. Another very important point about Kumar Sani's film is Kumar Sani's way of designing sound. Kumar Sani never designs sound in cinema according to the narrative, according to the demand of the narrative. On the other hand, on the contrary, in Kumar Sani's film, sound gets its autonomy, and it's a parallel kind of development with visual. Visuals develops, dialogues moves, develops, the shots moves, and finally, and on the other hand, the sound also takes a track, and sound never becomes a supplementary to visual, but sound becomes a parallel device to Kumar Sani to expose the theme of the film. Kumar Sani mixes up in many times classical musical tradition of India with the folk tradition. Particularly, we can again go back to the reference of his film Kasba, where at the last sequence, probably in the penultimate sequence, Kumar Sani's camera shows a landscape, and then comes a song and music, and the camera very interestingly shows a static landscape. Usually, conventionally, in those sequences, filmmakers prefer to pan or tilt on the nature. But Kumar Sani is very interestingly shows the nature, the nature with a landscape with a static camera, where this static camera actually creates a room for the sound, and the autonomy of sound is felt by the audience.
आवे माही ओ रल कठियां बइये वो छोड़े नू अगला ये मंजूर दिलानू रब रहिंदा ते किते बिछड़े ना मर जाए गए कदे आवे माही गल लगवे.
In the history of Indian cinema, therefore, Kumar Sani is a very unique filmmaker who tries to observe, who tries to examine and investigate Indian modernity of 19th century and 20th century with the help of some aesthetic, political and ideological measure or ideological import from the Indian tradition. And Kumar Sani's speciality lies here that unlike other filmmakers, Kumar Sani never surrenders to the Western ideas of cinema and Western ideas of visual culture. He is a politically conscious filmmaker. He made several political films, but his political films were made towards the idea of decolonization.